Yeah, baby. Sorry, Paula. I think I just ruptured Paula's eardrum. If Mike Flynn is the target, well, why open up 3 cases on 3 incidental figures they know aren't working with the Russians and then wait 6 days to open up on the guy they really want, Mike Flynn?
Mm-hmm.
I just answered my own question. Because that's the guy they really want. Look, shiny red object, squirrel.
Uh-huh.
Let's open up on these 3 first. That way when we open up on Flynn later, it won't look like this was about Flynn the whole time.
Right.
Now, what evidence do you have of that? Come on. Well, you know I never throw anything out on the show without evidence. Let's look at the dossier the FBI tells you they didn't get till September 19th. Well, this is really small handwriting here, but I want to put it, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but here is a dossier, and this is, what is this, 101? This is memo 101. Remember, the dossier is a series of memos Christopher Steele wrote that the FBI swears they didn't get till September 19th. We now know most of that is untrue because, as I discussed last week in the IG report actually cites them getting information as far back as the spring of 2016 from a guy who closely resembles Steele in his business. So you can throw that story out the window, but this is fascinating. In this memo 101, look who's mentioned at the top. Matter of fact, it's the only time he appears in the dossier. Who is it, Joe? Joe's like, I don't know. My eyes aren't that good. Frankly, either are mine. But Mike Flynn, there he is. Oh, you're good. Look at you. You are good.
All right.
Paula. Let's read the summary. Just one bullet's from dossier memorandum, 101. Spit it out, Dan. Kremlin's engaging with several high-profile U.S. players, including Stein, Page, and former DIA Director Mike Flynn, who makes his one and only appearance in the dossier, and funding their recent visits to Moscow. Wow, all of a sudden, this guy working for Hillary and the Democrats produces this dossier that falsely implicates Mike Flynn in a scandal to collude with the Russians. Oh, let's look at the date on this baby from page 2. When could this have possibly come out? This dossier. Put up page 2 if you don't mind. August 10, 2016.
August.
What are the chances, Joe? What are the chances of that? Gosh, that's crazy talk.
Yeah.
Crazy how that's happening.
It's crazy.
Crazy talk. Nuts, Joe. This memo randomly appears. The FBI swears they didn't see any of this until September 19th. Of course, September being after August for the liberals who are watching, who, have a tough time with that kind of stuff, calendars and all. But on August 10th, as the IG reports indicates, they open up a Crossfire Hurricane case on July 31st. But on August 10th, they open up cases on 3 people they know aren't related to the Russians at all, and they know it's a fake collusion hoax because they know Carter Page is working with us. They know Papadopoulos isn't even a serious target because they don't even interview him until the next year. And they've already closed the case on Manafort in the past. But they open up those 3 cases in a look squirrel moment because what they really want to do is open up a case on Mike Flynn. But if they open up a case on Mike Flynn, on the dossier information they got on August 10th, it'll look like they opened up the case on August 10th because they got the dossier information on August 10th. Yeah, baby. Sorry, Paula. I think I just ruptured Paula's eardrum. We may have just blown the Adobe Audition file out of the water, too.
You gave me some work. Yeah.
No, it's good. You may have to compress that, or else the eardrums at home will pop, too. It's still working.
Yeah.
You dig? Are you picking up what we are putting down?
Yeah.
This case was the August 10th dossier that they said they didn't get till September 19th. They needed evidence on Mike Flynn. Why? Because they wanted to target and spy on Mike Flynn, not because they thought he was working with the Russians. What's the problem? They didn't have evidence on Mike Flynn. He didn't do anything wrong. So, Joe, if you don't have evidence to open up a case and you really want to take a guy out, what do you do if you're a corrupt, crooked cop? You just manufacture it. That's what you do if you're corrupt. You manufacture evidence. Somebody probably went to Steele, Joe, and said what? Listen, man, we opened up this case on July 31st. right? Against a blanket
Yeah,
case,
man.
as the IG report says, this umbrella crossfire hurricane case. So now we can do whatever we want. We did it because of you, Steele, because the information we got. That friendly foreign government Australia tip, that story's crap. Just disregard that. They got that back in May, as I showed you in last week's show. Peter Strzok and Lisa Page are clearly texting about something to do with that tip in May. It's garbage. They know it's worthless crap. They're clearly spying on Trump because of the political information due to Steele. Ironically, the very same thing Flynn in the New York Times article is quoted as warning America about. That the CIA has become a political arm of the Obama administration. So what does the Bureau do? They take political information from Steele on August 10th. Well, we can't open up on this case on August 10th on Flynn, Joe. It'll look like we're targeting Flynn, who's targeting us. So let's open up a case on these three low-level guys first. Well, Manafort was a campaign manager, but we don't have information. But let's just open up on them anyway. And then we'll open up 6 days later on Mike Flynn. So it'll look like we got information on those guys first. And then Flynn, not the actual dossier dated August 10th.
You just heard The Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 @DBongino.